Hare Krishna. So good to be with you in Latvia and good to see the devotees with us. Subhadra Devi Rasi, as you turn on the microphone. Madhurya Lila, Cedar Rapids, after some time we're seeing you. Happy to see you. Are you knitting? You're sewing. And Constantine also, happy to see you, happy to have you with us. And this is Anna. Oh,
Leela, just
Nandalila.
yeah. Rename myself in Zoom.
Yeah, good to see you. And we've been thinking of you, and it's been a while. We've also not seen you for a little while, so happily in your association with you with us today. And Udaran Prabhu is looking after us, and Suresh Krishna was looking after. Oh, looking after. Well, we have a lively group of devotees here in Vila Govinda. We'll try to put a different camera to fit everybody in. And Narayana Didi in Bali, Lavanya Didi in Latvia, there too, Rupanuga Prabhu back in Australia from Costa Rica, and from Sadhvi to everyone, Hare Krishna, Tapati in Germany, Jai, Indumati and Braja Krishna Prabhu, Paramananda Prabhu. And if I've missed anybody out, which I no doubt have, sorry, Hari Gopal Prabhu, missed you out. So happily we're here together. Let us begin with Mini Vandanam, and then we'll proceed from there. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitantam Sajivam Sarvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Vivishatan Vitam Om Jnana Timrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. And then Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Kora Vijay Namaha. Hare Krishna, Jai Saparika Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandhava Govinda Sundaju, He Jai, Navadip deities of Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj. And Jai to all the assembled devotees. So let us come first. Suresh Krishna, please let us know about Latvia. We're there rather, with you by invitation, all of us. So you are our host.
Dandavat Maharaj, Dandavat Paramananda Prabhu, Dandavat Kumkum Didi, Dandavat all the assembled devotees. Welcome to Latvia. Добро пожаловать в Латвию. Да, и у нас радостное событие.
And we have a very happy gathering. Sunday, the devotees have come. We sang Kirtan. We sang our songs. We read a little of Sridhar Maharaj. And also, I can tell about our plans. Harigopal and Lavanya have confirmed they're coming next week to Rezekne. Maharaj, we want to do a little Harinam Sankirtan. Of course, we will not have a big gathering of devotees. It'll be 3-4 devotees. It'll be a good weather. Why not to go outside? What do you think, Maharaj? Is that a good idea?
Well, definitely a good idea. And with the population of Rezekne appearing to be something like 20 or 25, then 4 devotees or 3 devotees doing Harinam Sankirtan is a good percentage of the population. One of the quietest towns third largest, right? Third largest town in Riga. And
Пятый по размеру город Латвии.
Fifth.
oh, fifth. Oh, it's getting smaller. Population are leaving. Anyway, it's a very quiet town. Whatever you do, do with your heart. It is a good idea. And do have some flyers, something you can give people so they can follow up. I am one of...
Absolutely, Maharaj. And that is exactly why we're doing this, because when the warmth has come, I went out to distribute books and flyers one Saturday, and I talked with a few people, I talked with them, but as you said, 25 people for the whole town. There's not a lot of people to talk to. I tried to be positive and, open, but I understand that we need to go out with kirtan. Kirtan, it touches the heart of the people one way or another. My idea is that we should do kirtan, and therefore I have called Harigopal and Lavanya, who have accepted, and I'm very happy for that. And the weekend after that, we will go to Riga, and we will celebrate Ramanavami, because 27th is Ramanavami, but we'll gather on the 28th. And we will go out on Harinam. It'll be a little more. It will be the Riga, maybe 2,500 people instead of 25. So such are our plans for the next few weekends. But also after that, we go to London for Easter, and we will meet you. So here are our plans for the weekends in our attempts at devotional service.
Well, I've just learned that you're going to London for Easter. I was not aware that I was going to London for Easter. I knew I was going to London, but the Easter part I did not know. So we'll be celebrating, was it Jesus' resurrection? I'm not sure what happened at Easter time.
Yes.
And yes, okay, we've got a yes behind us here. Anyhow, that's purely coincidence. But I'll be in London for Srila Gurudev's disappearance festival this year, and so that please give some attention for the disappearance day. It's not a joyful day in remembering the disappearance pastime, but it is a joyful day for remembering Gurudev. So that will be in the middle. And then we'll be meeting you, yes, in London, very happily. So Gurudev likes devotees to be active. And so first of all, I can say I'm happy to hear that you're being active, and with what you have, you are always continuing, proceeding. And it is not about quantity, but it is about quality. So we'll always try to give honestly what Gurudev and Guru Maharaj have given, and try to keep our own practices in that line and share that with others. It's not a theory. We're not doing a theoretical practice, but we're doing getting guidance for how to lead our life all the time. Hare Krishna.
And also, Maharaj, I would like to tell a bit about Riga and the Riga devotees. They're doing very well by the inspiration of Harigopal and Lavanya Mayi. They're making house programs in different devotees' houses. Last Thursday was Venu Gita. Next will be Nama Priya. So perhaps Lavanya Mayi can say a few more words. I'm just hearing rumors. Udaran Prabhu came last Thursday and they decided to engage. I mean, they got the inspiration to engage different devotees, so different programs in different houses. Perhaps Lavanya Mai can share more. And Venu Gita, she's also here. She can also share.
Yes, please do so. We are listening very happily.
I think we should give a word to Vinogita Didi as she was the host.
But she may not be available to speak. Sometimes I know we are listening, but we're not available to speak. So presently, Venugita, maybe presently you can share something of the event that took place in your home. And in the meantime, Lavanya Moy is here. She can share something of the events that took place already. You were there? Is that a thumbnail? No, you're moving. Yes, your thumbnail is moving. This artificial intelligence is amazing.
Да, дорогие преданные.
Dandavat, dear
Да,
devotees.
мы начали
Yes, we've
больше стараться
started to
взаимодействовать с
try
преданными,
to
которые здесь в
engage
Риге,
more
что
devotees,
поначалу
try
мы
to
проводили
associate with
программы
them more.
у
Because
нас
initially
дома,
we would
но
have programs only in our house,
преданных как-то
but the devotees,
обычно это было 2-3
usually it would be 2
человека,
or
кто
3
придет.
people who
Не
would
очень,
come,
то
and
есть не было какого-то постоянства.
there was
И хотелось
nothing
как-то
constant.
больше
And we wanted more
взаимодействовать с тех,
more
кто здесь
engagement with
рядышком.
those who are already
И
here, near
благодаря
and dear.
Лиле и
And
ее
thanks to Leela
такому
and
тоже
her
очень подходу, что вот надо нам собираться,
her
надо
mood of like
обязательно.
the mood that, oh, we
Сначала
need
собирались одну
together, we need
неделю
to
у
do
нас,
this.
потом одну
Initially we
неделю
would gather
мы.
1 week in
И
our house
потом
and 1 week in
как-то
their house.
появилась идея,
But then we
что
got the
давайте
idea
еще
that
кого-нибудь
why
сделаем.
should we not
И
engage more devotees in this? We
Веногита
should do
проявила
programs.
интерес, что
And the
да, я бы хотела,
Venugita,
чтобы вы ко
she
мне бы
said, yes, I
пришли.
want for you to
И
come to
потом
my
начали
house as well.
думать,
And then we started to
с
think
кого мы
that
еще можем
who
прийти. То
else?
есть не то,
Who
чтобы
else
к
can,
себе звать, а кому мы
not only to
можем
just
прийти в
invite to
гости.
our home, but where can we
Мы
go?
просто начали обзванивать и
And we
предлагать
started to call the
варианты.
devotees
Как
and
начали
offer
обзванивать
the
преданных
idea
и предлагать им устроить у них намахаты,
to
потому
do the
что
namahata in their
нам несложно
home.
приготовить
Because
там
it is not hard for us
дома,
to cook
взять с
something
собой
in
просад и
house
приехать
and
кому-то.
take it with us and go
И
to their place.
очень приятно, что
It is
таким
it is
образом
very
наши программы
pleasant that in
получаются
this way our
очень
programs,
душевными, очень
they're very
такими
heartfelt,
домашними, уютными.
they're very
И
home
преданные,
comforty.
они радуются,
And the
что
devotees,
если у
they're
нас
happy
собраться,
that we have the
как
opportunity to
новая
gather.
обстановка
And every
получается.
time it's as if
И
it's a new
в этот раз,
environment.
когда мы были у Веногиты,
And
мне
this
было
time when we
приятно
were at
наблюдать, как
Venugita's house,
Веногита с
it was
Лакшми, как
very
они...
nice to see how
Лила
Venugita and Lakshmi,
дала Гирираджа на
Leela,
программу с собой.
she
Они
gave
сами с
her
нами не пришли,
Giriraj. They could not
но
come, but
она
they gave
дала
Giriraj to come with us.
Гирираджа. И
So,
Веногита с
and
Лакшми, они
Venugita with
радостно
Lakshmi,
пошли
they
предлагать
happily
совместно.
went to make an
И оказалось
offering
очень
for the
мило.
bhoga
И было много
together,
вопросов,
and that was
комментариев,
very
много
cute. We had a lot
обсуждений.
of questions, lots of
И
discussion.
мы рады, когда
And we're
можем
very happy
говорить
when we can discuss
сознание Кришны, о том, что на
Krishna
своей
consciousness,
душе.
what we have on our mind,
Как-то так.
something like that.
Jai. Maybe Subhadra Devidasi, she might like to give some tips because they have a community of devotees and they started from nothing and now they have a beautiful ashram and participating devotees and very beautiful deities. I know we can't see the Lord in that sense, but still very attractive, the deities. Maybe Subhadra could give some tips for you in Latvia.
Дандават, дорогие преданные.
Dandavat, dear devotees.
Дандават, Махарадж.
Dandavat, Maharaj.
Ну, в Томске мы
Well, in Tomsk,
с 2000 года, я думаю,
since
с
the
2000 года.
2000s,
И
the year
всё
2000,
началось с того, что
and it all started with
мы пригласили Госвами Махараджа,
we
который
invited
приехал
Goswami Maharaj, who
проповедовать.
came to preach.
И мы тогда все были с ИСКОН.
And we were all from ISKCON at
10
that
человек
time,
приняли инициацию.
and 10 people took
Потом эти люди все куда-то
initiation.
рассосались,
And all those people,
куда-то
they have
разошлись.
dispersed.
И с
They've
тех
all
времен осталась
ran to
только
different
Джаганмата,
places.
который
And only
сейчас
Jaganmata
Шри-Кришна
is
тоже,
left from that time, who is
и
very
Гокулешвари.
actively continuing.
Два
And
человека
Gokuleshwar,
осталось.
2 people
И так вот
were
за
left,
эти
are left.
25 фактически лет
So these 25 years,
много сменилось
many
людей, которые
people
приходили,
changed,
уходили,
who would come, who would
но
leave.
мы старались быть как
But we
маяк,
tried to be
поддерживать
as
огонь
those
Санкиртаны,
who will
чтобы
support that fire of
ищущие люди
Sankirtan,
могли прийти
so
на
that
наш
the
огонек.
seekers would be
И
able to come to
в
our little
2013
fire.
году мы купили этот дом,
And in
куда
2012,
приехали
we
божества.
bought that house where the
И
deities
было
came.
время, когда
And there was a
новая
time when,
очередная группа
again,
преданных
a
куда-то
new group of
рассосалась.
devotees,
Не все
they
уходили
all
просто
dispersed.
типа в Майю.
Nobody would
Кто-то
leave to
уезжал в другой
like
город.
Maya. Someone
Много
would go to a
преданных в
different
Сибири
city.
по
A lot of
разным городам
different
сейчас
devotees from Siberia are
живут
in
и
different
в
cities. They're
храмах. Вот
living and they're
наш
in
мальчик
temples.
томский Индрадюмна
Our
принял
boy from Tomsk,
саньясу, живет
Indradumna, he took sannyas
в ашраме.
and he's
И
living in the
много
ashram.
преданных, они
A
из
lot of
Сибири
devotees
по
are from
разным
Siberia
местам, и в
in
Чанмае, как вы
different
знаете,
places,
и
in
в
Chiang Mai, as you
Москве-Сити,
know,
и везде.
and in St. Petersburg,
Вот.
Moscow.
Но случалось так,
But
что вдвоем
there
с
was
как раз Джаганматой мы
sometimes
выходили на Харинам
Jaganmata and
Санкиртан в
I, we
город
would go
и
to
вдвоем там
Sankirtan.
пели. И никого
As two
больше
of
не
us, we
было
would
в
sing,
это
and
время.
nobody else would be there from the
Вот. Но
devotees.
постепенно снова приходили
But
новые
gradually,
люди.
more
И
devotees
наша
would come,
практика
new
такая,
people.
что
And
мы
our practice is such.
занимаемся
We
домашним
would
хозяйством,
we
поддерживаем
would
это
do
место,
our
служим
housework,
божествам.
we will
И
support
раз
the
в неделю мы
house,
выходим
serve the
в
devotees, and
город.
once a week we would go to the city.
В город мы читаем Бхагавад-гиту или
We
Шримад
read Bhagavad
Бхагаватам
Gita
сейчас. Мы вот
or
гиту уже
Srimad
прочитали.
Bhagavatam. We've
Теперь мы
already read
Шримад
Bhagavad
Бхагаватам
Gita, now we're
читаем
reading
и
Srimad
приглашаем всех
Bhagavatam.
желающих. У
And
нас
we're
такой клуб,
inviting all the...
чайный клуб, Махарадж знает, Махарадж вы
We have
были
this
там.
tea club,
И
perhaps
так
Maharaj,
уже
you know
где-то
it, you've been
15
there.
лет каждую
And
неделю без
15
пропусков
years,
мы
every week
ходим в
with
этот клуб
no
читать наше
days
священное
missed. We have
писание.
our club
И
of
какие-то люди приходят.
saintly
Вот это
scriptures
наша
reading.
связь с городом, в
And
котором
that
мы
is our
живем,
connection with the
чтобы любой человек
city
мог
in which
прийти на
we're
этот клуб и
living,
познакомиться с
living,
нами.
that
И также
anyone
летом мы
can
ходим на Харинам
come
Санкиртан,
and
зимой мы не
meet us.
ходим, потому что очень холодно.
In winter, we do not
Я
go
помню,
out
как
to
Шуташава
Harinam
Прабху, когда
Sankirtan because
приезжал
it's
в
too cold. I
2005,
remember
наверное,
Shuta
году,
Shava Prabhu when he
и
came
мы в
in
честь его приезда
2005.
пошли на Харинам
And because he
Санкиртан в
came, we
Новый
did
год.
go out. That was New Year's,
Новый год, и
New
было
Year's
40
Day.
градусов мороза.
And it was
И он играл
negative
на
40
гитаре
degrees.
в
And he played
перчатках,
Mridanga
рукавицах.
in
И
gloves.
нас было, может быть, 7 человек,
And
которые
perhaps
пели в
there were
городе.
7 of us who
И
were
там
singing in the
висел на
city.
площади, висят
And
часы,
on
и на
the
этом циферблате
there was
высвечивается то время, то температура воздуха. И когда он увидел,
sometimes
что на
there
улице
would
40
be
градусов,
and when he
он
saw that
сказал,
there
что
is
он
negative 40
очень
degrees,
счастлив, что
he said that he's very
вот
happy
в такой мороз он
that
поет Харинам
in such
Санкиртан на
freezing
улице,
temperature
и
he's
что
singing
теперь
Harinam
Гурудев
Sankirtan
обязательно
outside,
даст ему милость.
that
И
Gurudev
он
would
был очень
certainly
счастлив
give him
этим
mercy
моментом.
now. Now he
Вот.
will give
Но
him
так или
mercy. So he was
иначе,
very happy
мы
in
не
that
ходим
moment.
зимой петь,
But
потому
anyways,
что
we do not
очень
go out in winter.
шокирующие для
It's
публики.
very shocking for
Вот.
the
И
public.
весна, когда приходит, мы тогда тоже выходим на
But
улицу. Вот.
when the seasons change,
Сейчас
then we
вот
go out.
как раз Константин, он снова
But
присоединился к
Konstantin
нашему
is once
Зуму,
again
он
joining our
сейчас
Zooms.
ходит к нам
He's
и
he's
участвует в
joining
программах.
us.
У него снова есть вопрос к вам, Махарадж, если вы можете
He's participating in
ответить ему,
programs.
поговорить с
And he
ним.
has more questions, Maharaj. Perhaps you can talk to him a little more this time as well.
Yes, happily. We are happy to invite questions, even happier when questions actually come to us. So, yes, Konstantin, happily.
First of all, I would like to add to the words of Subhada that I'm a new person, but it all happened by itself, very naturally. I'm very happy that we have this place, this temple in Tomsk, where we can come at any time, basically. Yesterday, I felt that like I'm missing such association. And Subhada said, you come anytime. And to have that opportunity, I understood by the words of Lavanya that not everyone has that opportunity. But now I have a question.
Yes.
Я записал на бумаге опять.
I have once again written it down on a
В чем
piece of
главный
paper.
секрет сознания Кришны для тех,
What is the main secret of
кто
Krishna
ищет не просто
consciousness
успокоения
for those
ума,
who are not
как
just
я, а
looking
кардинальной
for peace of
трансформации
mind,
своего
like
восприятия
myself,
реальности?
but a transformation of our conception of reality, perception of reality?
The main secret. Well, are we allowed to share secrets with the public? The main secret is love, beauty, sweetness, charm. This is the origin of everything, not power and grandeur. And this is really a secret, because generally anybody will talk about God, they will probably put, okay, love of God is a secondary or down the list somewhere. But who is God? Oh, he creates everything. He makes planets. He looks after everything. He answers my prayers. And that is all true. But the secret is that the topmost original, the original version of God, because he can make other versions of himself. If you were God, you would be happy to make another version of you to go and do something else. And so anyhow, the most original Supreme Lord Swayam Bhagavan is that of Krishna, the reality, the beautiful. So this one is like the secret of who it is, who is behind everything, and hence what is behind everything. What is behind everything is love and charm, not greatness. And Guru Maharaj, Srila Maharaj uses an example that a big commander of a whole army, then through the affection of his child, he can be taken by his little finger and guided, taken around as the little child, his daughter or son, would wherever they want them to go. And the commanders of armies, then they are charmed by the beauty of their wives and of other lady associates when kings come in touch with them. So Guru Maharaj showing that higher than the grandness, the greatness of a person in the sense of prestige is the affection, love, interaction of affectionate dealings. So this is one secret. And so then what, again, is a secret about, okay, we can try to understand that. So the goal is love, and our home is in that land of love and beauty, in that land which is sweet and charming, and everybody is helping everybody else. Then the secret, which is an open secret, of how to get admission, how to hope for admission there. And that is by constantly chanting the holy name of Krishna with a mood of service and surrender. So this is an open secret. And then Srila Guru Maharaj actually uses the word secret for one or two different aspects. He said one secret of Vaishnavism is that if you give honor and service to a Vaishnava, to a devotee, then like magnetism is transferred from one metal to another, then iron can be made magnetized in the presence of another magnet, then we will be magnetized, we will be devotionalized by that devotee. And so if we chew the good qualities in others, especially the devotees, those good qualities will come to us. And if we chew the bad qualities in others, those qualities, those bad qualities will come to us. And therefore, the secret of only seeing the good in everyone, and especially the Vaishnavas, is also very valuable for us to know this secret. And when we are in an association of a group of people who are only seeing good, only helping each other, then it's a completely different environment than in the material world where you're with a group of people and everyone's trying to get promoted above somebody else. Everyone's trying to push somebody else down to get their own name and fame or to get more money, whatever it may be. In this world, we always have to keep one eye open. Am I being cheated? Why is this person being friendly? This, that, and the other. But in the home world of affection and love, it is not an environment of suspicion. It's an environment of full trust and faith. So we have earned our present environment in the material world. But now we know we need to chant the names of Krishna constantly with a surrendered serving mood, and to associate with the devotees means to associate with the good part of everyone, and especially with the devotees. And then that serving tendency, that sweet tendency of selflessness and self-giving indeed, will rub off onto us by their grace. Everything actually relies upon grace. But yes, very positive. We have a goal, we have a home to go to. And Srila Guru Maharaj says that if a madman, and in India is not the crazy people, everyone is locked up in a mental asylum. There are some on the street. And you see, almost in every village, there's somebody who's going around with a dirty bag on his back and collecting bits of paper and all sorts of useless things, thinking that they're mad. They're just living on the street, collecting bits of dirty paper, putting it in a bag. They're a little crazy. But if their madness is cured, then they will find, oh, now I found my home, my family people. They want me to come home, but I was crazy. I became mad due to whatever it was. But now that I've got some cure for my madness, then I see that I have an affectionate family, that they want me to come home. And then when I see the home and that is such a sweet place, then naturally I also must want to come home, beg for forgiveness. Please excuse me, I went crazy. But now I've taken the medicine. A doctor came to me in the street, or came to me and saw my suffering, and he's straightening me out. I'm taking the medicine. I'm following the prescription. I'm following the diet. I'm following the exercise of what to do and not to do, etc. And this way, when our madness is being cured, we will more and more recognize the family members, those of our own soil, as Guru Maharaj says. And we must try. We must fail, especially in the beginning. We must keep failing, but we will always try. We have an ideal, and it is a real ideal being given to us by the most capable givers of mercy. That is, the purest saints and sages over the centuries, but in the recent time through Srila Sridhar Maharaj, Srila Govinda Maharaj, and Srila Prabhupada. Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, and Srila Prabhupada. So, secret, more secret, most secret, and wonderful, more wonderful, most wonderful. And then there is never any end to the most wonderful department. But we must go step by step. Kum Devi Rasi, tell us some secrets. Kum, I think you know Constantine. She's disciple of Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada from many years ago, 1970 perhaps? 1971. So she's a long time devotee, blessed by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev. I think she must know some secrets.
Well, that is part of the open secrets, Maharaj, that these grand gurus in Sriman Mahaprabhu's line, they are always giving mercy, regardless of the actual qualification or not. So, to me, the greatest secret is that after being told for so many lifetimes that we can have perfect love, perfect shelter, perfect beauty and enjoyment in this plane, the secret is that we cannot. So we get this grace from above and we can begin to learn. We hear about these things. We're very much interested and attracted to this because it is our eternal home. And that is where we must go to actually get what we are seeking. And this seems almost too easy to be true. Yet this is in one sense, the hardest work that anyone can ever do, because it's the most valuable outcome. And it's the only outcome that we require. So we will take up this chanting. We'll try to learn about what this chanting means and give our entire heart, give up our false ego, our tendency to quarrel with the environment, other people, and to dive into this exactly as it's being told to us. And regardless of how many times we hear this great advice, this best advice, we need to remember that we are constantly the student. We constantly want to understand better and better, and remember again and again, whatever it is that we think that we have learned, we need to keep trying to dive to that position of being the servant, not trying to be the greatest at knowledge or power or prestige or influence. None of these things help us in any way in our eternal position. So amazingly, this is what we are being taught. It's never changing. It's always truth. It's always the absolute truth, which is simply expounded upon in so many different ways, so many different scriptures. And in our line, even though they're giving exactly the same message, all of our grand protectors are telling us exactly the same thing. Stay in this line of Sriman Mahaprabhu. And that way we become completely happy and actually learn about where to find what we're looking for. We don't want our happiness to be temporary. We want it to be permanent. And so how do we find that? That's what they're telling us again and again and again. It's very simple for the simple-hearted. And so let's be simple-hearted.
And there is a book called Bhagavad Gita, and chapter 9 in Srila Guru Maharaj's Gita has been given the title, what's the title? Raja Guhya Yoga, the hidden treasure of devotion. Devotion is the hidden treasure. And there Krishna is saying, I now reveal to you, to Arjuna, this is Bhagavad Gita, who are without envy, this most hidden treasure of knowledge, of pure devotion, with direct realization of me, knowing which you will be liberated from inauspiciousness, from all that is opposed to devotion. So devotion is the secret. Because next verse, second verse, know this to be the king of secrets, the king of knowledge, supreme, pure, and imperishable. It is known by direct realization, by one eager to serve me. It is the perfection of religion, and, good news, very easy to practice. So, O conqueror of the enemy, men who have no faith in this hidden treasure of devotion to me, Krishna obviously, are unable to reach me, and so they remain wandering on the path of death in the material world. So Krishna is answering your question, in fact. What is the secret? This is the king of all secrets, devotional service to Krishna. People are striving in so many ways, like meditation, penances, making themselves suffer in heat, in cold, doing many vows, all these things, trying to push their way to a happier place, to a better place. But it is devotion to Krishna which is the root, at the root of getting our proper position permanently, imperishably back, to get ourselves in a position of being an eternal servant of the Lord. So chapter number 9 of Bhagavad Gita will be very helpful for revealing the secret. And the Bhagavad Gita of Guru Maharaj is called the Bhagavad Gita, the hidden treasure of the sweet absolute. And Paramananda Prabhu is very ready and eager to share some secrets to, I think.
Maharaj, you and Kumkum Didi already nailed it. You give up all the secrets, there's nothing else to say. Krishna consciousness is very simple for the eager, sincere souls. Like Constantine was saying, that he just felt that he needs to go, he needs to be there, he needs to connect. So it's this just natural call. And I always think about how Sanatana Goswami, and that's another, like Bhagavad Gita is one, but Mahaprabhu's instruction to Sanatana Goswami is another Shastra, another source one can read. It's more elaborate, we can say, a little bit less general. So when he is asking, he's trying to find out who am I, what is the secret, how to end all this miserable situation of being in this world, being thrown into constant impermanence, because that's the main issue actually, the impermanence and inability to control it, inability to experience love, experience beauty, and our constant search for that, and then yet we're failing, and then we're failing, and then we're failing all the time. So when he asked the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu answered very simply, and Maharaj and Kumkum Didi just explained that. He said that you are the eternal devotee. You're a part and a particle, loving part and a particle of the whole. And you forgetting about it is the source of all problem. So devotion is the secret. But there are small secrets. As you go, you will learn more and more. Devotees are not hiding anything. They're very generous. And when they find out about secrets, they're not keeping it. Immediately they want to share, even though one may say, oh, I'm going to tell you a secret, don't tell to anybody. Devotees have this nature. They just go out and the first thing they do, they just tell to everyone. That's it. Breaking the promise. Like with that story, Ramanujacharya's story. And they're happy. They may suffer for that. And their mood is such, that their generosity is such that they're saying that I'm ready to go to hell for eternity, but I must share it with you. It's so wonderful. I cannot keep it to myself. So if you keep coming to the Tomsk temple and keep associating with Suvada and others there, then many secrets will be revealed to you. And then your mind will be satisfied. First, maybe your senses will be satisfied. That will help your mind to be satisfied. And when that happens, then your heart will also get some nourishment. And when your heart is nourished, then you will feel very confident and you will develop very strong faith that yes, there is something very substantial, there is something very beautiful, and the pull is so strong that I cannot resist it. So many stages we will pass through, but it's a wonderful process. We don't need to think so much about it. Just go with the flow. That will be my advice. That's not a secret. Go with the flow. And Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami said, let prasadam, I'm quite sure by now you know what the prasadam means, be your diet, and the holy name be your medicine. And I think that's another secret right there, revealed by Srila Prabhupada.
I do have here Srila Guru Maharaj's own words about secret, what we were mentioning before, about seeing the good qualities in others. And I know we've said it, but to hear it from Srila Guru Maharaj's words, we feel and we know that has some special value. So, yeah, so if we are attracted by the faults of others, those faults will come to us, and we shall have to pay for it. It is a practical thing, and also based on good reason and scriptural advices. We must be careful. It is also warned in the Vaishnava literature that we must be careful about Vaishnava aparad, offense to the Vaishnava, to the devotees. Must be careful about Vaishnava aparad that comes from the jealous spirit of competition. That jealousy is very detrimental to our spiritual life. So we all must be very careful to not be especially attracted by any defect. If some doubt about anyone comes to our attention, we may refer it to the higher authority. But if we make too much of it, either in opposition or in any other way, that will be transferred back. We must know this following. I am devouring, that is, my mind is coming in touch with that fault. Then Srila Guru Maharaj saying, that is being devoured as food, and the contamination is transferred to the critic. Somehow it is entering into the mental system of the critic, and it must get its satisfaction there as a reaction. This is like a trade secret of our devotional line. You must be aware and very careful about these practical difficulties in the path of your life. And how to stay safe, I should read the next paragraph, because Srila Guru Maharaj then says, so we have been recommended, tateno kampang susamikshamano, that the faculty of judgment has been discouraged. Your standard of measuring things won't stand there in the Vaishnava section. Jnana Shunya Bhakti. You have to learn a new alphabet here. The old alphabet, A, B, C, D, the old alphabet won't do. Jnana Shunya Bhakti. Give up all the pride of your past experience. Your knowledge out of experience of the mortal world won't do here in the eternal, joyful, spiritual world. It won't be applied here. This is the position in the case of the infinite autocrat of goodness. We're all afraid of autocracy. But when the autocrat is all good and is our all well-wisher, then his autocracy is absolutely for our benefit. Hare Krishna. In our mouth we pronounce all these big things, absolute good, absolute truth, but we do not know about the characteristic of that. So we need his revelation. He reveals himself. We must carefully note his nature. Hare Krishna. And when Guru Maharaj is saying we must carefully note this, etc., then we must carefully note it. Hare Krishna. So devotional service and how to practice. One by one we will get some tips for practicing. Subhadra giving some tips just before how they started the ashram, how they started the community, association of devotees in Tomsk. So she's giving tips to Suresh Krishnamurti. He's starting, and with also very few devotees, but gradually devotees coming. So we can get tips from each other. And when Srila Guru Maharaj uses the expression that like a trade secret, if you chew the poison in others, chew the wrong in others, that will come to you. But if you chew the good in others, that will come to you. So a trade secret is something that businessman, some of you are businessmen maybe, and then in any particular business, there are some secrets of the trade of how to be successful. And if you have a good mentor, then you'll be a good businessman. You'll learn, oh, this trick. Others, they do all of this, and then they don't get the profit, the result. But I'll tell you a secret of the trade. You go this way, and then you will get vast profit from small energy. So this is a trade secret of the spiritualists, those who are searching for their eternal, which is the spiritual home. And spiritual simply means conscious, the conscious world, where it is the world of consciousness, not the world of mud. Our bodies are only made of mud, transformed, and we think we are the body. This is illusion consciousness. It is upside down. But pure consciousness, that is eternal, unlike the body, as everyone knows. And that is our home. And that is reached through the secret path of devotion. But that devotional path, in the Gita there you heard, that there is no room for jealousy. And Krishna said, you, Arjuna, who are free from envy. And at the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, then Vedavyasa is saying this treatise, this conclusion of knowledge, is for the non-envious. So again, we're getting secrets of what kind of mentality we should train ourselves to have, or allow ourselves to be trained. We have very good trainers, but are we a good dog to be trained by the master? And really, we have so much guidance, and there'll be secret upon secret, about these tips of dealing with the environment, but in a practical way. Because just as people get injured in sport, etc., they get injured in the body, and then you can see the injury, but also can have injury and some troublesome time in our consciousness, but others may not be able to see it because you don't see a broken arm or a broken leg. But in the hearts of the devotees, always we have to help to give nourishment and help that can cross over the difficulties that come. So it's not the same as a broken leg or very stormy, icy, wintry weather that we have to cross the mountain to get to the other side. But in a finer level, these challenges and these obstacles, they come to us, and as we cross each obstacle, then we get stronger from crossing the obstacle, and gradually we'll come to find that nothing is really an obstacle. It's Krishna preparing us to have the right mentality for the land of love and beauty. So he has his way of helping us to make our adjustment as a student. Who came in? Hare Krishna. Okay, well, we've got more and more devotees on this side of the world coming to Latvia. This is, I don't know if you saw, this is Flaminia, but you can't see her because she's hiding from the camera. Here is
the devotees.
Here is Flaminia. Some of you know her, Ananda Leela, maybe. I don't know if you were coming at that time. But by the way, Ananda Leela, very happy to see you here, and you are always remembered, and I'm happy to see you looking well. I hope you're well and going on happily. You know you are very welcome in Vila Govinda Ashram. And of course, that applies to everybody here on Zoom. I don't want to get into trouble, but because I'm not the one who's looking after everybody and giving accommodation.
I've given you Nava Kishore.
But it is the general invitation of Krishna Kanta Devidasi, Munindra Mohan Prabhu, Shantimoy Devidasi, Madhurananda Prabhu, all of the pillars. It is the general invitation, and that the devotees are always welcome. Yes, we have a new family member today, Nava Kishori Devidasi from Brazil. And she's here in Italy, but she actually really kind of woke up to the reality that this is the only way, really, to take shelter of the holy name and in a proper way, etc. On Zoom, yesterday's Brazil Zoom. So not only on the other side I mean, in your homes, but here also, devotees getting inspiration, encouragement, and clarity. We are here to help give some clarity of what Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, Veda Vyas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what they are giving. And as best as we can be clear, we try to share that with everyone, because we know that it is a wonderful path, extremely rare path, and most valuable opportunity. So some clarity for, yes, I have a human life, I have this opportunity, I must take it and not think, oh, later, when I grow old, at that time, I'll change my consciousness to devotee consciousness. But from the very moment that we can appreciate that this is the secret of life, we should try to adopt our life, adopt that secret within our life. Hare Krishna. And Tapati Devirasi, you're not so far away. I was looking the other day of how to reach, and actually the trains in Europe are quite efficient. Hare Krishna. Yes, Suresh Krishna Babu. You are all looking very effulgent. The Brahma Jyoti effulgence behind you there. A representation of the Brahma Jyoti effulgence, like the rays of the sun, the brightness coming from the sun. The Brahma Jyoti is like the brightness coming from the Krishna sun, the personality. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Maharaj, we're very blessed with this holy association of what we hear. Many secrets are revealing to us, perhaps which we have heard before, but now we have a little more emphasis. Very, very grateful for this revelation of secrets. And also I wanted to share that Tanya is moving to Manchester.
Oh, really?
She's on Zoom today. Today's her last day in Latvia. And then she's going to Manchester to her husband, Govinda Chandra. And yesterday we were at our center here in Designate. We read Bhagavad Gita. We were discussing, and she was very happy. She shared her emotions and her time here. And she's indeed a very sincere seeker. She's always trying to hear, to serve. She's always in her she has her obstacles, she's always cooking, preparing some sweet balls for our public programs. She was always trying to be in her mood of and service, and 100% of what she could do. So we're very grateful for her. Perhaps she would like to say something.
Dandavat.
Dandavat. Dandavat, dear devotees.
Я, честно говоря, сейчас не готова что-то говорить.
Actually, I'm not ready to say anything, but by heart, I'm still in Rezekne.
Долго провела, много
Anyways, I've spent here a long time. I got some realizations and association with the devotees.
Семья, как бы, вайшнавства.
Very good family, very good Vaishnava family here. And as I'm leaving them, I will be missing, but I will be looking for opportunities to join the Zooms, or perhaps also to visit London when the devotees will be there. I will try to keep contact and association. And of course, I will visit Rezekne. So I'm not saying goodbye. Very thanks to Suresh, to those who always helped me. Govardhan was always picking me up when necessary to come on time. And Suresh was always helping. To all the devotees, all the devotees became very close to me. So I will continue. Anyways, I will keep that memory in my heart. Thank you very much. Disconnecting. Thank you.
And Govinda Chandra Prabhu was in last Monday's Monday Zoom, which also has simultaneous translation. And he asked an intelligent question, which we have done some homework for, and we'll be addressing that on Monday. I don't know if he'll be in London still. He was in the London temple at that time, just near the airport. And when you are in England, you can keep in touch also with other Zooms like the Monday Zoom. And there are devotees around the country. We can look to see where is near Manchester. So not to separate from the Latvia Zooms too. We all come to Latvia every week, so keep your roots strong to the Latvian devotee family. Anyway, wishing you safe travels and safe, not just safe, but happy, nourishing time there back with your husband and be able to stay there in the devotional association. Maybe you can make Manchester Krishna conscious. Every town needs Krishna consciousness. And I hear Manchester probably needs it quite well. I'm not sure. I only have one experience of Manchester, which wasn't very good when I was a teenager. Hare Krishna. And by the way, in the chat box, Madhurali, I was just glancing through, and yes, minus 40 degrees is cold. And I was happy to hear Shuta Shavaprabhu was wearing gloves when he was playing the mridanga. Otherwise, he probably would have lost some fingers. Yes. And Juvati saying to Kumkum, 55 years of devotional life. It is impressive. Yes. And Paramanandru giving us Tan Nam Rupa, Charitadi Sukirtananu. So this verse, while residing in Braja, which is Vrindavan, under the guidance of a resident of Braja Dham, one should spend all their time engaging the mind and tongue in chanting the holy name and remembering the Lord's divine form, qualities, and pastimes. This is the essence of all instructions. And this verse is given by Rupa Goswami. Another secret. Yeah. Oh, lots of pranams from Sadhvi. And from Basil, oh, he's actually laying there. And is this it, Tanya, with the heart? Yes? Mm-hmm. And yes, Sadhvi saying, thank you very much for today. Yes, thank you all very much for today, for the good association of you all, and an opportunity for the devotees here to meet you and to you to meet each other, including them. Hare Krishna, and to Braja Krishna Prabhu, to Indumati, to Venu, Gita, to the devotees who are there in Latvia but didn't have a chance. We didn't get to hear from them today, but you're all remembered, and we're happy to be invited to Latvia each week by the grace of you all. Hare Krishna. So Suresh Krishna, passing the microphone to you.
Jai Vishnu Pachila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Vishnu Pachila Bhakti Rakshak Siddharth Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Shri Guru Gauranga Gantharva Govinda Sundar Ji ki Jai. Giriraj Govardhan ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gauranga Ji ki Jai. Jai Shri Guru Parampara ki Jai. Guru Varga ki Jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Ananta Kuch Vaishnava Vrindi ki Jai. Sapashat Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Sapashat Shri Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani ki Jai. Navdi Tham ki Jai. Vrindavan Tham ki Jai. Puri Tham ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Vrindi ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki Jai. Sannyasa Vrindi ki Jai. Jai Paramananda Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Kumkum Didi ki Jai. Jai Bhakta Vrindi ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki Jai. Jai Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Primanande. Hari Hari.
And Jai to Suresh Krishna Prabhu and all Latvia Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, and all the Zoom Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, and Antakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi. And Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patita Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. With much appreciation to you all, wishing you a successful Seva week. Hare Krishna.
See you next Sunday. Dandavat.
Dandavat, Govinda Govinda. Hari Gopal Prabhu, well done. You survived another simultaneous translation. Very valuable, Prabhu. Very valuable. Well done. And Udaran Prabhu also quietly there in Latvia and didn't speak today. Excuse me, I skipped. And Yuvati beside Latvia. She's just there with Simha Prabhu. All right, dear ones, our obeisances, and we'll see you soon. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat. Hare Gopal, спасибо за перевод. Hare Krishna. Dandavat.